And I remember
Right.
that you guys kind of put together.
That really, because what that did is it made it acceptable to go to Pueblo, Colorado for a big company.
Right.
And so then Target and Atlas Pacific and Train and
all this out at the
followed,
airport
McDonnell
industrial
Douglas,
park. Yeah.
Right. They followed in quick order, but there wasn't even a Pedco when we got Sperry. It was that was Walt Bassett, and Pedco was being formed, but it wasn't really what it became.
I think there's pictures of all you guys hanging on the wall in Gus's at about that time, kind of doing.
I remember when the announcement of Sperry, that packed the Art Center, and was covered by three of the Denver television stations.
Wow.
It was a big deal. But when we had the groundbreaking, and luckily that's when I was the president of City Council. When we had the groundbreaking, there were 10,000 people there. So
wow.
Governor Lamb came down for it.
That's how important it was because of what had happened at
Right,
CF&I.
exactly.
Get some jobs in here and things.
It was huge. It helped save the community. It really
Absolutely.
did.
Absolutely. Well, hats off to you for being a part of that.
Well, I remember Mayor Bob Isaac.
Uh-huh.
Bob Isaac always told me, he was mayor of Colorado Springs, and he always said, I get treated better in Pueblo than I do it. But he said that because it wasn't just a steel mill. If you remember, the Army Depot went down at the same time. And he said any community that suffered both of those blows back to back would have become a ghost town. He said, you didn't even lose population, which says something about the people of Pueblo.
Absolutely.
Very resilient, good people.
Absolutely. Still are.
Still are. You bet.
Mike Salardino in here on a Friends Friday on KPHT 95.5. Pueblo's greatest hits.
Hello, this is Vern from Advantage Home Mortgage. On your next home loan, remember 3 words: faster, easier, cheaper. Easier, the ability to custom tailor your experience, whether you want to come in and meet with your loan officer in person, or if you want a fully automated experience, we can accommodate any need. Superior technology helps us accomplish fast, efficient closings. Give us a call, 719-546-3100.
Advantage Home Mortgage, regulated by the Division of Real Estate, MLS number 1614819. It's Pueblo's greatest hits, KPHT 95.5 on a Friends Friday. My friend in today, Mike Salardino, and it's okay if I call you Mike because I know you refer to as a Michael, but we've known each other. You know, I know people that call you Mikey.
Mikey, I love Mikey.
A lot of people.
Mike
I know.
Dino, I got a zillion.
Oh, really? Yeah. Well, Mike Salardino in here today.
The whole Michael thing was because my sister hollered at me one time. And she said, what's this Mike thing? Our mom named you Michael. You were Michael growing up. I went, okay, I'll be Michael. But I'm Mike, you know. So
I wondered about that.
Mikey's my favorite.
Really?
Yeah, I like
really?
that.
I didn't know that. See, I don't want to call you Mikey because
it's just so informal. You know,
yeah,
so.
Absolutely. So you did the Channel 5 thing. You did City Council. You were president of Pueblo City Council. Where'd you go after that? I mean, I know kind of what you've been up to, but where was the mark where you were done with City Council and on to other things? I know you worked at 107.9 for a while as sales manager or something, right?
Well, I was I was at actually wasn't yet. We were getting that ready to go on the air, but we were just KIDN, which was 1350,
right?
And now it's of course sports station, right? And back
it's right across the hall over there. Yeah,
there you go. And we were out where Southwest Motors is now, and was pure country.
Yep.
And I had a chance in 1985 to manage that station, and took that opportunity. I never thought I'd leave KOAA. I'd been there 12 years, and took that opportunity on the basis that. And by the way, I'm going to get in trouble for this, but Frank Provenza helped talk me into it. He said, you know, you have that chance to put that FM on the air,
right?
But before that could happen, it was owned by Martech, which was Loaf and Jug.
Right.
And they sold the company, but not the radio station. And then that working for my then boss didn't work out so well, and that only lasted about 19 months. And I was talk about God's will being done. I went from that to what I'm doing now, which is a financial advisor. And I have now been doing that for 35 years.
35 years,
right,
wow.
And it's the best thing I've ever done.
Well, good.
And a lot of volunteer stuff, but that's been the career that I was forced into. Isn't that funny how that works?
Well, you know, what's funny is I've asked Frank Provenza for advice, too, and it's usually, what the hell are you thinking? Do it. You know.
He did get into a major argument with my then boss after things fell apart. So. Oh,
really?
Yeah, he's been great guy. He's just a great guy.
Absolutely.
And he was probably the best at this. no offense to you or I. Or
No.
Douglas,
If somebody asked me, I'll tell them the same thing.
He just knew he just knew radio.
Yeah.
He was like Mr. Radio.
And he's just so natural at everything.
Real
and things
natural.
like that.
And a hard worker and funny. And
yeah.
So he was.
And he
was
still
just like
is.
Cutting, oh, he still is.
Still is. He's just not on the radio. That's all.
Yeah, he's still not right.
He said that. I didn't, Frank. It's Mike
knows.
Salardino in here on a Friends Friday on KPHT 95.5, Pueblo's greatest hits.
Hello, this is Vern from Advantage Home Mortgage. On your next home loan, remember 3 words: faster, easier, cheaper. Cheaper. It's no secret. Brokers are better. We are on your team, and we negotiate with lenders to ensure you get the best rate and lowest closing costs possible on your specific home loan need. Give us a call, 719-546-3100, to get your approval started today.
Advantage Home Mortgage, regulated by the Division of Real Estate, MLS number 1614819. It's Pueblo's greatest hits, KPHT 95.5 on a Friends Friday. My friend in today, Mike Salardino. How much fun it is to catch up with you, because we don't get to see each other that much anymore.
No, we don't, and there's nothing like old stories.
Absolutely. A lot of them we can't tell on the radio, but that's okay.
Yeah, most of them we can't.
Yeah, most of them we can't. But fun stuff. Now, I know, from experiences we've run into each other here and there. You're involved with a lot of nonprofits and things like that, especially with the St. John Newman School and some things, right?
St. John Newman Catholic School is my big one. In fact, at Rotary, they just roll their eyes because they know I'm going to bring it up.
You're going to bring it up, huh? You're gonna...
And
Did you go there when you were a kid?
No, but I went to Catholic school.
Yeah, no, I know you did.
To St. Francis and then to Roncalli, Catholic High in Roncalli when they were Catholic schools. So, no, I didn't go to St. John Newman because I was, it started at 45 years ago, and I was already old 45 years ago.
I didn't want to go there.
but
I know
it's
that's
because it's a Catholic school, and we have 2 in town, and they both do a nice job, but that's just sort of my mission. I think it's something that kids need right now, especially as secular society has become.
Oh, man.
We just to bring the philosophy of Christianity to kids, as well as give them a good education.
Right.
We have graduates. County Commissioner Garrison Ortiz, head of the United Way, Shanna Farmer.
Wow, I didn't know that.
We have a rocket scientist working for NASA. They're all St. John Newman Catholic School graduates.
Wow. Awesome. But. So that's one of the things you're involved in, but you're involved in all kinds of things with the community. I know that.
Sister City Commission,
right.
Broadway Theater League are the big 2.
How do you have time to work? And then here you are this morning.
I always say I don't have kids, so I have causes. I have cats, but they're not that high maintenance.
Cats, you just they kind of rule you. You don't have to take care of them.
They take over like on the 3rd day.
Oh, really?
And nobody told me that when I got them. It's like, okay, we're here, and we'll call the shots.
Yeah,
so
this is when you're going to feed me.
Right.
This is when you're going to do this and that.
People who talked me into it never mentioned that.
And they were probably giving you the cats. I'm thinking too. Yeah.
But just being involved in the community is just, it feels like I have that I would not even consider not doing that. It's just like that's what I signed up for.
Absolutely, that's what you do. That's the same thing I do. People say, "Well, what do you do all
you
that
do
free
a
stuff?"
Lot. I mean, you do.
And I say, "Well, it's not free. We're giving back. Is what's kind of happening."
Exactly. I think that's what we're called on to do.
Absolutely.
And I know because I've worked with a couple of boards that you were on. So
absolutely, yeah.
Are on.
And that wears you down. I mean, there's a lot of work with all that stuff.
But your causes are good too. Pueblo Community Health Centers.
Yeah.
They do fabulous work in this community.
Absolutely.
I know you were president, I think, of the
at one
foundation,
time, yeah,
right?
foundation,
so,
yeah.
See, I'm going to turn it on you and say, you do a lot of good works. So,
no, but well, hats off to you for the stuff you're doing with John Newman, St. John Newman. And all
it's fun. It's fun, and this last week we were at the National Catholic Education Conference in New Orleans, which is a fun city anyway.
Yeah.
But then the conference was outstanding as well.
I'll bet.
So it's all good.
There you go. Mike Salardino in here on a Friends Friday on KPHT 95.5. Pueblo's greatest hits.
Hello, this is Vern from Advantage Home Mortgage. On your next home loan, remember 3 words: faster, easier, cheaper. Easier, the ability to custom tailor your experience, whether you want to come in and meet with your loan officer in person, or if you want a fully automated experience, we can accommodate any need. Superior technology helps us accomplish fast, efficient closings. Give us a call, 719-546-3100.
Advantage Home Mortgage, regulated by the Division of Real Estate, MLS number number 161-4819. It's Pueblo's Greatest Hits, KPHT 95.5 on a Friends Friday. Well, one more time, my friend Mike Salardino in here today. It's been a pleasure having you in here, having you back on the radio.
Just talking about all that. It's
yeah,
just great. Thank you for letting me plug my school, by the way.
Oh, absolutely. No, absolutely. I know that's what this is about. We're talking about things with you. But so, you said Johnny One Time was the first song you played on the radio. And I know you were a big Four Seasons fan because I remember that you used to, when we on 107.9, you used to have a segment, it seemed like, where you would play a Frankie Valli and a Four Seasons tune every Saturday.
Right. They were, I mean, when they came out in 1962, I was just in grade school, so I'm not that old. I was in grade school, and I just remember Sherry blew me away, and I didn't even know they were these four Italian guys or anything. I just knew I really liked that sound. And they just, even today, the Beatles are better, because the Beatles are otherworldly. Of course.
Right.
But I still really think the Four Seasons, they survived the Beatles, by the way.
Right.
The Beach Boys and the Four Seasons were really the only ones that survived the Beatles.
That's hard to believe.
Yeah. So big. But I think 60s music and into the 70s, early 70s.
Right.
I know maybe we're prejudiced, but it's hard to top that.
I agree.
And young kids today still like those songs. People remake those songs.
You keep hearing them coming up in movie soundtracks and things all the time. Yeah,
they're in commercials all the time.
Yeah.
That was just a tremendous, tremendous era for music.
Absolutely. So, if you were on the radio right now, who would you say is a good artist on the radio that's right now? Or do you listen to any new music?
I do. I listen. I'm all over the place. I really, really started, and maybe I shouldn't say it here, but I should really started to appreciate country for the lyrics. That those cowboys are poets,
right?
They have some lyrics where you go, whoa.
See, I can put up with Garth and George Strait, but other country.
I like Dierks Bentley.
Okay.
He kind of mixes in a little bluegrass in there with his country, and his lyrics again are just very poetic.
Awesome.
So that's what Frank Provenza is, the one that got me to watch the Ken Burns special on the history of country music. And that's just the way it's always been. It's always been storytelling.
Right.
For melody, it's hard to beat the oldies.
Absolutely. Sing along, hard to beat.
I can't think of I could tell you, people I like today, but I couldn't tell you. I don't even know who the top 40 people are. I like Adele. I don't know if she's considered top 40.
I don't know either.
Okay, I like
I'm
Adele
stuck in the 80s now, so you still
And I'm trying to think of who else is out there now that I really like. Lady Gaga I like. And, just like that. But I'm all over the place. If it's a good song, I don't care what genre
when it was or who it was or what kind of music. That's a good thing. Absolutely.
Garth, Garth is still around, and what I like about Garth, he has, of course, his own radio channel now.
Right.
And what I like about that is it's like you don't know what you're going to get because he's like you and me, likes everything.
Likes everything, yeah.
So, yeah. Plus, he's funny.
Yeah.
But that's kind of where I am right now, all over the place. Blues, I really, and in fact, if you don't mind, I want to mention another artist that we're talking 50s and hits still coming out today. And there's a Broadway play about him, Dion.
Absolutely.
Dion is amazing.
He survived it.
Oh, yeah. He survived everything.
Yeah.
I mean, and still married to the wife he married in the 50s.
Wow.
And still, now he's really into the blues and is doing things like with Joe Bonamassa and just everybody. And he's just still going strong.
Still cranking it out.
And now there's a movie or a play about him like there was Jersey Boys about the Four Seasons.
Right.
But Dion is still putting out, he had the top blues album last year. And
I did not know that.
82. So Dion, I would say, right now is my favorite current artist.
I'll be darned. I'm going to have to listen for some of that new Dion stuff then, just to say
he's
Salardino was on track.
He's got 2 albums, Blues with My Friends, and then a new one out, and all of them are done with other artists. And one is done with Bruce Springsteen and his wife. And there's one on each album where he sings with them. And in fact, Bruce Springsteen asked, because he was going to do it with just Patty Scialfa, I hope I said that right. And Springsteen came along and said, hey, do you mind if I just play my guitar?
Mind if I sit in a little?
Bruce Springsteen asking Dion permission to sit in.
Who's really the boss?
Yeah, that's right. So, yeah, Dion.